Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You ride in with your boys, Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny, the Dividend Diplomats, guys. We are back here on this YouTube channel to talk to you about the dividend stock purchases from the last week. And no, guys, we're talking about not putting $1,000. We're talking almost over. We are actually crushing over $2,000 of investments this past week. Guys, November 4th was insane. Market finished way up heading into that, long Veterans Day weekend. And man, we put our capital to work because we are making every dollar count.
And speaking of that, we want to make every subscription count too. So smash that subscribe button. That's right, down there. And give this video a thumbs up while you're in the neighborhood on the YouTube page. But you're absolutely right, Lanny. It was an insane week in the market from November 7th through Veterans Day on the 11th. The market started here, ended here. It was absolutely wild because I know we're a week away from it now, but this was the week the market popped. You got the first report that indicated that inflation might be cooling off a list. And you know what? I think all the investors were in the holiday spirits a little bit early because the stock market climbed significantly.
And I do have to correct myself. November 7th week. I kept saying 4.
Oh man,
I'm losing my days here.
That's a rarity right there, everyone. Lanny not getting his dates right. That's usually this guy that screws that up, not you, Lanny.
Not enough coffee.
Yeah,
coffee.
Yeah, but as you know, we always talk here. We're always looking for undervalued stocks to buy. And one of the things that we love is we're always analyzing these stocks, but we're also buying the stocks we talk about on this channel. When we're putting out watch lists, when we're looking for stocks to buy, we're doing it because these are stocks that we want to potentially invest in. And we hope that comes through on this channel, that we're not just saying it just to say it. We're looking at the stocks and buying them too and acting on it. And you're going to see that kind of flow through our purchases this week. You've been hearing us talk about these stocks for the last month or so, and now it's flowing through to our purchases so they can start producing income for us.
Exactly, guys. And no matter what the stock market is doing, you can't time the market, and it's not about time in the market. It is about time that you are in the market. So we are consistently buying stocks that pay a dividend, because we want that passive income stream to keep growing so it can help us in good times and bad times, guys. So guys, we kept it consistent. Obviously, Bert, his wife, has their strategy that they've been using now for, has that now been 1.5 years plus? My wife and I, we have our consistent strategy as well. Bert, would you want me to kick it off this week?
Yeah. You know what? Screw it, Lanny. You guys go first. I don't know why you needed that, but just do it. Let's go. Let's get hyped. Tell us about these purchases.
All right, guys, let's jump over to the Vanguard train, to the Vanguard High Dividend Yield ETF VYM. Yes, this is the broken record part of this video. We bought a total of 3 shares each, 6 shares at just under $107 at $106.94. Invested just a little bit over $641 in total cash outlay, added over $19 in forward dividend income, and still hung over that dividend yield of 3% on VYM, guys. And just for a quick update on VYM, they are now over $110 per share. Not happy about it. It's getting a little bit more expensive. But wait, we were not done. Yes, I kept my other Vanguard strategy where I buy Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol VOO, every single day. Total, 5 days, $60 each, $300 I put out there, bought 0.8507 shares. Market was up, so I was buying it while it was going up. But guys, just remember, I've been buying it while it was going down. So my average stock price was $352.66, added $4.72 in forward income there.
Fantastic. I mean, it's boring. It's consistent. You talk about it every time we produce these videos for good reason, because VYM is one of the best high dividend yield ETFs out there. Even though that price is climbing, I'll still tell you it's got some great companies that produce some great income and some nice solid dividend growth. So we're on board with that strategy. And the VOO always makes me laugh just seeing what level of fractional shares that you are going to get throughout the week. And is it going to hit 1? How many decimals are you going out? That's always the fun part of this strategy too.
All right, Bert, but I know you and your wife, you guys are on your way to the triple digits, the triple threat, the 100 share threshold you were trying to reach on a certain dividend king.
That company, Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol J&J. As you know, we've been buying J&J for a year and a half. We set the goal. We want to get to 100 shares each of Johnson & Johnson. This week of November 7th, we each purchased right when the market opened, grabbed it at 170, adding $9.04 of dividend income combined for my wife and I. Yield was 2.63%. For everybody that's keeping track, you know those little like donation thermometers where it shows you getting to the goal and you're getting close? We are right there at the top. During this week, this was the 99th share we each own of J&J. So you know what we're going to be talking about in our next purchase video. So make sure if you haven't, you got to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss that video next week talking about a certain goal getting accomplished. Spoiler.
99 shares each, aka you're on your path to 200 shares each of a dividend king. That is just wild.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. So if you take that 100 shares times the 452 of income, we're each what going to get $450 of dividend income annually from Johnson & Johnson, over 900 combined. Yeah, I guess that's a really dumb thing for me to spell out like that, but over $900 of Johnson & Johnson with drip and dividend increases in the future, we're going to be able to say that we're getting $1,000 combined from Johnson & Johnson one day in the future. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, give yourselves a couple quarters and you'll be there. That's just insane.
Yeah. So all right, we got the standard purchases out of the way. We got VYM and VOO for you, Lanny. We got Johnson & Johnson for my wife and I. Sorry, I forgot your wife in there. I didn't say that your wife and yourself bought VYM and VOO. Tell us then. Let's get out of these standard purchases. What other stocks were you buying last week?
Well, still on November 7th, and you guys know I was trying to get 50 shares of the big brown truck, the delivery man, United Parcel Services, ticker symbol UPS. And you better believe it, I bought 2 more shares on Monday. Share price on average was $166.62. Put out $333.24, added $12.16 at a yield of 3.65%. So guys, I did it. That was share 49, share 50. I have some partial shares, so it's just a little bit over 50 shares. I hit that threshold. Man, it feels good. It feels good, man.
You know what they say, Lanny? You blew that milestone out of the water.
I did. And not only that, but UPS is also now at, remember, I bought them at 166 on average. They're now trading at 181.
All right. I'm going to tell you to hold your beer because I'm going to talk to you about my purchase from November 7th on that Monday as well. And thank goodness I snuck this purchase in for my wife and I, because you want to talk about appreciation, the stocks that probably benefited the most from that pump up there. My wife and I each grabbed 1 share of TROW price, ticker symbol TROW. I got it at 103.59. She got it at 103.72. Sucks to suck. Anyway, we each added $4.80 each, $9.60 total at a yield of 4.63%. So, okay, we bought it at 103 and change. TROW price at the time of this video, pulling it up now, is trading at 126.35.
Guys, we're talking almost 20% appreciation from that last purchase by Bert and his wife. Pretty insane. Catching it, around that $100, you just knew that, like, okay, it shouldn't be trading here.
No.
It came out, obviously the Fed hinting at lower or slower interest rate hikes coming up, and inflation was a little bit better than anticipated, and the stock rebounded favorably.
So we'll take it. Let's throw the ball back to you, Mr. Lanny, and tell us about your purchases for the rest of the week. You gonna round out your purchases here?
I'll do it. 2 other stocks we bought. I bought in my portfolio 3 more shares of the Thong Song CSCO, ticker symbol CSCO. No, not SYY. We're talking Cisco, the one in the tech industry here. Share price is $44.02. Total $132.06 I put out there. Added $4.56 in forward income at a yield of about 3.45. I believe, Bert, if you can correct me if I'm wrong there, without looking at it.
Wait, let's crunch those numbers. That's what it's looking like for me. Yield on cost was 3.45 for Cisco. Boom, boom.
And then in my wife's portfolio, we actually bought 5 more shares of BRT Apartments Corp. Ticker symbol is BRT, not to get confused with Bert. So we total investment there for my wife's account was $108.25. The yield was 4.62%. So that added another rounded $5 in forward income.
Boom, boom. Way to round the week out.
Bert, you guys weren't done. In fact, we just came out with a video about this consumer giant.
That's right. On Friday, November 11th. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. We snuck in a purchase on this date. Unilever, ticker symbol UL, 2 shares, $46.16. Total cost $92.32. Income added $3.74. Yield just a hair over 4.05%. So we're going to slowly keep nibbling, picking away, as I talked about in our last video, for my wife's position there. So you may keep seeing Unilever pop up on these purchases. 1 here, 2 here, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, you get it. Gonna sprinkle some cheese on top, maybe throw on some pepper there. We're good to go. But all right. So that wasn't the only stock we purchased though the week. We still had, yeah. Sorry, I'm running all over the place today, everybody. Let's go. Qualcomm, ticker symbol QCOM. I grabbed this one on Monday, also before the market popped up. We added 1 more share. So this is a video from 2 weeks ago about a stock that I was talking about. 107.45, adding $3 to our income, 2.79% yield. Qualcomm, much like TROW, has jumped up in price after the market popped. They are now trading at 126.02 as well. So it's another one of those tech stocks that benefited from the market jumping up courtesy of the Fed's announcement.
We'll do some quick summaries here through the VYM, VOO, UPS, Cisco, and BRT. We put out $1,515.19 and added $45.76 in forward income at a yield of just over 3%.
And Lanny doubled us up here because we only invested $750.42, adding $25.38 to forward income. Our yield was 3.38%. So we were pretty similar in terms of income added, overall yield in our purchases. So that's the exciting thing here. Tell us those combined numbers though, Lanny, because that's where this is awesome.
Hey, we're talking over $2,250 was invested in the stock market, and we added just over $70 in total forward income here between the Dividend Diplomats guys. And the big thing I know everybody's having a tough time, with the big market rebound that we had over the last week. But guys, take a look at the year-to-date chart. Market is still down. The market is still on sale. There are still stocks that are beat up right now. I mean, Qualcomm, TROW, you could argue they're still beat up year to date.
That's right.
UPS still down year to date. I mean, there are plenty of stocks that are still down. Stocks are still on sale. There are still plenty of stocks to buy out there if you're a dividend investor. Don't let the 5 days ruin your next, 5 weeks of investing here.
Even VYM is down year to date, Lanny. They are still hanging tight. They're only down 2%, but they are still down nonetheless. So we know how much it pains you that the price is coming back up, but you're still down year to date. Just remember, everybody, you may have to look a little harder, but there are still gems to be found and there's still income to be added at undervalued price. That this is the importance of focusing on those fundamentals, focusing on the metrics, and staying true to your investment strategy in good times and bad.
Exactly. So what stocks were you buying during the week of November 7th as you went into the Veterans Day weekend? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments your feedback on the stocks that we bought, during this past week. Were you buying any of these? Did you grab TROW like Bert did right before the big 17 to 20% pop that they had? let
Yeah,
us know.
you sprinkle pepper on stuff like this too. Do you do that as well? And if you haven't already, everybody subscribe to the channel. Give this video a nice thumbs up. Thank you for the support. Let's get to 20K subscribers ASAP.
That was Bert the Hurt and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.